Hey everyone, Battlefront 2 is almost a year away, coming fall 2017, but there's no reason we can't speculate on who the heroes and villains will be of the next Battlefront game, and hopefully with a more improved system too. So, we know it'll be based around the new trilogy, but more specifically, The Force Awakens. So, just based off the movie, we can automatically assume that we're going to have Rey and Finn on the hero side, and the pilot Poe Dameron taking up the third spot, even though he was kind of a minor character in the film. Assuming it will be the same as the first Battlefront, with 3 heroes and 3 villains on both sides. Now the villains 3 will most likely consist of Kylo Ren, General Hux, and Captain Phasma. These are both great heroes and villains, and especially Kylo Ren, he showed some never before seen force powers on screen, so most likely that'll play into his abilities. But we'll save the speculation on their abilities for a later video. Right now, we're just going to go over the heroes and villains for Battlefront 2 and what the potential DLC heroes and villains could be. Now, for DLC, Episode 8 will be coming out soon after the release of Battlefront 2, and chances are we'll get to see the Knights of Ren in there and maybe Old Man Luke. Old Man Luke would be an awesome character. He can return to Battlefront, and his older age and wisdom will lead to a completely different playstyle from the first Battlefront. But of course, Episode 8 will introduce new characters to the saga and could just as easily be someone we don't know. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw the fact out there that Snoke will probably be a character in the game. Let's face it, he is the embodiment of the Emperor from the original trilogy. So, knowing that, we have to have a Grand Master in the game as part of the villains, and Snoke is most likely going to be the ultimate villain in the new trilogy. So, as long as some things are revealed about him in Episode 8, and not the third film in the trilogy, which comes out way too far to be DLC, hopefully we'll get a Snoke character in there with some abilities that we may see in Episode 8, or at least maybe just some backstory, and they can make up a little bit of abilities for him based off of what his backstory is. But either way, I'm just going to throw it out there that Snoke is probably going to be part of one of these DLC packages, if not maybe, though I highly doubt it, one of the original 3. But like I said, I think the original 3 are exactly who I said, Hux, Ren, and Phasma. I don't think Snoke will be part of the original 3. But DLC, definitely an option, and definitely a plus. Everybody wants to see Snoke. Everybody wants to play as him once you find out how badass he is. So here's where speculating takes a turn for the more difficult. The first Battlefront follows different areas of the galaxy as DLC, such as the Outer Rim, Bespin, and the Death Star, and the heroes associated with those specific areas. The villains, as most of you know, are just the bounty hunters featured in The Empire Strikes Back and other featured Star Wars films that are canonical, such as the Clone Wars. But with The Force Awakens and the lack of a third film and a second film right now, there most likely won't be too many planets to have DLC packages to revolve around, especially with the native heroes to said planets besides Maz Kanata. So a little bit of speculation is required for the DLC for the next installment. As far as locations and areas go, they will most likely follow areas from the trilogy, covering what's not in the base game's DLC and using planets from Episode 8 as well. Hopefully Episode 8 will have a little bit more of an adventure as far as adventuring around the galaxy and exploring new areas. Maybe they'll even time jump and give us Mos Eisley Cantina like they should have instead of this Rogue One bullshit. But the heroes, they can freely pick and kind of throw in. Maybe give us an old Luke like I said earlier and Snoke. But aside from them, does anyone really want to play as Maz Kanata? Well, actually, probably yeah. With her life-reading glasses, she might actually be a freaking awesome-ass hero. Maybe TR-8R or Traitor will make an appearance with his 6 spins. In reality, though, most of the characters will most likely be from Episode 8. So, aside from speculating on other series characters like First Order Troopers, the Knights of Ren, and Snoke, it's up in the air who it will be until we get more information on the next film. Hopefully they don't do what they did with this one and add minor characters as heroes and villains. Nyan Nub and Greedo are good gameplay-wise, but compared to Obi-Wan, it seemed like a damn ripoff. I would have felt better with an Admiral Akbar or Mon Mothma or Tarkin. At least they were all important people. Hell, even General Veers played a key role in the Battle of Hoth. I would have been fine with him appearing on Battlefront. So, those are all characters that they can add in a quote-unquote flashback DLC if they decide to make up for, say, Tatooine. But once it wasn't part of their Outer Rim package, I think us fans can chalk that one up as a loss. Jabba's palace is the closest we'll ever get to the cantina. Maybe you can see it from Jabba's palace. In the distance. Far, far away. Like a speck in the desert. So basically, in summary, most of the stuff we can't know, nor can we even speculate until we at least get a trailer with some new people, for the most part. The only thing we can speculate is if they do a flashback DLC, putting in some stuff from the original trilogy once again, or maybe giving us old Luke or old Han or old Leia as heroes, but for the most part, the only one I would want off of that list would be old Luke, because he would have a significantly different playstyle. I feel like Leia and Han kind of would have the same playstyle and the same weapons, so I really wouldn't want them to make another appearance in the next Battlefront. But like I said, Snoke, the Knights of Ren, those are pretty much guaranteed to be in there. Maz Kanata, I'm leaning on the fence on. They might put her in. It kind of depends if they want to put another minor character in, and also I want to see what her role is too. She might become a major character in the series, or at least a major supporting character. Yeah, but as far as speculation goes, those are pretty much guaranteed. The Knights of Ren, maybe they'll put different Knights of Ren in there, and maybe they'll improve the lightsaber mechanics now that The Force Awakens will most likely have multiple lightsaber characters. Either way, I'm looking forward to Battlefront 2 and seeing what they do with it. I can't wait to see the first trailer of the game, and I can't wait to see what improvements they're going to make. Hopefully they do make improvements, because this Battlefront has a huge drop-off. If you want to know about that huge active player base drop-off, go watch my video about Is Battlefront Dead? Now's the part where I ask you who you want to see in the next Battlefront, and show you all these stupid other videos I made right here on the screen. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.